Welcome to the SoberQ podcast.
My name is Peter and I am alcoholic. I'm a member of the Melbourne Men's Group. I have a sobriety date 15 June 1991. And I've been asked to speak on step 2, in particular on a question: what convinced us that the AA program could work for us? So firstly, before I was interested to find out that the AA program could work for us, I needed to be totally convinced that I was alcoholic. And the first step was the preparation for me becoming honest, open-minded and willing enough to try and embark upon the AA program. I had to fully concede to my innermost self that I was an alcoholic, and that was the first step in recovery. And once I'd done that, then I started to become interested in a solution to that dilemma. And Alcoholics Anonymous offers a solution to that dilemma. And it's really encapsulated in the 12-step program of Alcoholics Anonymous. The 12-step program, as it says, or the 12 steps, as it says in the preface of the foreword to the 12 and 12, says AA's 12 steps are a group of principles, spiritual in nature, when if practiced as a way of life will expel the obsession to drink and enable a sufferer to become happily and usefully whole. And I needed to have the obsession to drink, the insane thought that I could drink. I had to have that obsession of the mind removed. And it was outlined to me the only way that would happen would be through a vital personality change or a vital spiritual experience through the application of the 12 steps. So how did I become convinced that the AA program could work for me? Well, page 25 talks about, there is a solution in the basic textbook of Alcoholics Anonymous, talks about, when therefore we were approached by those in whom the problem had been solved, there was nothing left for us to do than to pick up the simple kit of spiritual tools laid at our feet. Alcoholics Anonymous is a results-orientated program. It's a evidence-based program. It's a program of attraction rather than promotion. I get to see the evidence in the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous. Every person that gets up and shares their experience, strength and hope with me, every person that gets up and shares what it used to be like as a drinker, what happened as a consequence and changes that happened to them as a result of working the program of Alcoholics Anonymous, and what their life is like today as a consequence of the wholesale changes that had happened to them as the direct result of working the 12-step program of Alcoholics Anonymous, I start to become convinced. I become open-minded because I become overwhelmed by the evidence that's laid at my feet, the evidence that I see in rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous again and again and again. I come to Alcoholics Anonymous a doubting Thomas. I stayed in Alcoholics Anonymous because I become overwhelmed by the presence of a power greater than myself, if only at first the power greater than myself was the collective energy and God consciousness within the room of Alcoholics Anonymous. Here was a group of people collectively that had more power than me, and they seemed to be solving their problems and getting on with their lives and leading happy, sober, contented lives without going back to drink and drug as an answer or a solution to their problems. That is how I become convinced that the AA program could work for me, because you guys showed me it worked for you. Thanks for allowing me to share.
If you would like to share your experience on a recovery question, visit the SoberQ podcast website at soberq.com. Thanks for listening.